Today I wanted to share with you some cool games that you can get for your Steam Deck OLED. And the best of all of these games run incredibly well on the Steam Deck OLED and they are pretty cheap, especially if you find them at a discounted price or on a Steam sale. While I'm making this video, there is a Steam sale going on, so I'm gonna show you the prices that are currently out there so you know how cheap they can get. I will have links to all the games in the description below. Without further ado, let's begin. So first off is a game that many of you have asked under my videos what this game is. It is a top-down racing, which is Circuit Superstars. It's a really cool indie game, which is a racing game with many different cars and Grand Prix presets, lots of maps, and lots to play with. And while this is an indie game and isn't too pricey, it is an incredible game that I just come back to on the Steam Deck and the Asus ROG Ally and all of my devices at all times. It's basically a game that I come back to all the time. It is easy to pick up and play, and just overall a really fun racing game. It really reminds me of the older racing games that we had back in the day. Another game is Blacktail. It is a game that you can get for €1, so about $1 on Instant Gaming. So it is a very cheap game at this discounted price. It is a Slavic folklore game, a first-person adventure, and to be honest, it is a really cool concept looking. We're playing as the main character, which is Yaga, and that just, screams Baba Yaga and the Slavic folklore. It is a really cool game, especially at this price. It is a no-brainer. There's another game that I've seen a lot of people ask about for the Steam Deck OLED, which is the Midnight Fight Express. It is a kind of a top-down beat-em-up game, and to be honest, it works flawlessly on the Steam Deck and it is just a perfect fit for it. And once again, it is a pretty cheap game. I think I got it for like €350, so maybe like $4. It is an incredibly cheap game, but at the same time, it is very well made. It is incredibly good, just a really fun game, and I feel like a lot of people, just like Circuit Superstars, a lot of people are always asking what this game is. To be honest, the first thing that I thought about when I saw this game was that thumbnail of the game has the FPV goggles for the drones that I fly, and I thought, you know what, it's really funny, but then I got into the game and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool, and it runs great on the Steam Deck. Really quickly, I wanted to just mention that together with Instant Gaming, we are doing a giveaway where one of you can win a game of your choice. If you're interested in this month's giveaway, check out the link down below. This is a little bit of a bigger game, and actually there's 3 games. It is the Batman Arkham Trilogy, but especially the Batman Arkham Knight. That is the one that I like the most. It is the most new and it is the best looking. And to be honest, these games just run incredibly well on the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED. They run at a great frames. You can actually play it in 60 frames per second, even making the game look pretty good. Overall, it runs great. It is a great game with great stories. You can get the whole trilogy for about $5 or so, or even cheaper if you just single out the game that you want from that trilogy. So you can actually find it very cheap on Instant Gaming. And it is a pretty known game, so I don't think it's something that I have to introduce too much. It is a third-person action-adventure, a superhero game. Next up is a game that I really wanted to play ever since I remember it on the Xbox 360. And the thing is, I never really got into it because I don't really play indie games on my consoles, on the big screen. But also there's one more reason, which is that the games that are a little bit older tend to have a worse resolution or not as good frame rates. But Steam Deck being a PC means that you can customize it a little bit better. So the next game is Dust: Elysian Tale. It is a 2D platformer fighting game. It is really nice looking, especially on the Steam Deck OLED. It just runs beautifully at 90 frames per second and overall looks incredible. I feel like it really looks so much better than even the trailers of the game. And to be honest, it didn't age that bad. I feel like it aged so well that if it was sold today, with just minor tweaks and differences, it would be a pretty nice game. So Dust: Elysian Tale is a game that I saw before but never really got a chance to come back to, and now I finally have that chance with the Steam Deck OLED. It just runs amazingly well on it. And fun fact, it might remind you of the Ori series from Xbox Studios. Well, this game was actually made by Xbox Studios too, so there is some kind of a connection here too. Next up is Jusant. I know I'm mispronouncing this name, but it is an action-adventure explorer game. It is a platformer, but in a 3D environment. And overall, it looks really cool. And you can get it very cheaply on Instant Gaming. It is about €2, so a little bit over $2. So at this price, it is hard to not recommend it. And it's a really cool action-adventure explorer, and it's more about the platforming exploration. But it's a really good game and it fits Steam Deck really nicely. Next up we have For the King. It is a turn-based roguelike. It is like so many different things, but it's a tabletop kind of a game where you have turn-based combat. Overall, it's a pretty known, cool game. I know there is actually a sequel to this, but I found For the King with its DLCs very cheaply on Instant Gaming. So I had to include it in this list because I feel like at this price, if you're not sure about the game, you can definitely check it out. Even with the DLCs, it was super cheap, and I know it is a very good game. I know that a lot of people have liked it before. So it is a cool game, really cool concept, and overall runs great on the Steam Deck. Next up, you have You Suck at Parking. And this game is once again one of those gems of a games that you get for just a couple of dollars or a couple of euros, and then you lose yourself into it. It's a kind of like a racing game, but in a game where you actually want to stop to win. Essentially, the first person to get to the parking is the winner. It's like a racing game kind of a way, but it's also you want to get to the end goal, which is parking as fast as you can get. But at the same time, it's not a realistic kind of a game. It's actually more like a fun indie game. By the footage, you're gonna probably right away see how it looks like. It's definitely a cool experience. And last but not least, we have Palia. And this is actually a free game. You can download it for free from the Steam store. I would say it's like Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch, but better looking, more, in-depth, a little bit more to do. Overall, it's also a multiplayer game, so you see other players, you can play with others, but in my opinion, just a better looking, more open world, more 3D world. And overall, Evie has had a lot of fun playing it on the Steam Deck, and it can run really amazingly well on the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED. And it's free, so it's really good if you want to try it out. With that being said, those are the games that I would highly recommend you check out, especially when they are on sales, like the Steam Summer Sale or any other future sales. If you are fast enough, there's a sale going on right now as I'm making this video. The summer sale is going on where most of these games can be bought cheaper, and the other ones that I've shown in this video are available on Instant Gaming. I'm gonna have them linked down below if you want to check them out and get them at a very much discounted price. If you have any other games that are really good on the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to see them. I would love to check out other amazing games. And even though I don't get to play as much as I wish, and I'm sure I'm not gonna get over all of these games anytime soon, but I feel like, it's really cool that we have that choice and we have those cheaper, cool games. And I just wanted to share with you what maybe something is interesting for you. Maybe that one single game, you don't have anything to play, and that is gonna be something for you to play. And I would love it if you guys could share your own different hidden gems or different games that you really enjoyed that run well on the Steam Deck OLED. It'll be really fun to see all the different games that you guys played that are good on the system. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.